ominous opening as Link claws to life. His boat, shook about by the waves, the lightning crashes, and zap! Years pass, maybe even decades, millennium, as Link is found dead on the shores of Coalant Island. Wouldn't that be a much better game than this one? I'm kidding. I love Link's Awakening. It's just... I wouldn't say perfection, because people have a go at me when I use hyperbole. But Link's Awakening is damn near fucking perfection. It's just an outstanding game, and I'm going to take you through it. And maybe cut out a few of the... Hold on. Oh, you have to press start to do it here. Okay, it's not what I remember. Okay. It's lagging a bit. That's nice. I will try to ignore that, so long as the videos match up when I'm putting them together in Premiere. Otherwise this is going to be cut up into separate little bits instead. I hope not, because I'd rather keep it sort of continuous, jumping between both shots. That's how I intend to play it. I'm going to put my real name in here, so does Jeremy fit? Nah, I'm kidding, Jeremy's not my name. I'm going to actually be boring and have Link. I mean... let's go. I don't care. Link, boring Link. It's going to become Thief anyway after I steal something, so it doesn't really matter. So this is what awaits you when you press A on Link's Awakening. By the way, I'm playing this with a PlayStation 1 controller in one of those controller adapters, you know, the really cheap ones that you find pretty much in every shop ever. Okay. Do you want me to read these? Because I can try to read them in voices that I imagine suit the characters. It's going to be difficult with some of these female characters to get the voices right, but I'm going to give it a shot. What a relief. I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No! My name's Marin. You must still be feeling a little woozy. You are on Coalant Island. Now, I used to think it was Coquelin Island when I was a kid, but looking at it now, it's K-O-H-O, so seeing it as a silent H, it would be Coalant Island. So that's how I'm going to pronounce it. If you don't like that, you can go fuck yourself. Okay, now this is the moment that leaves you stumped. Link's just sort of sitting in bed doing nothing. This is where we actually have to press a direction to proceed. So I'm going to let you do it, YouTubers. Blip TV watchers. When you click, it's going to happen. Woo! That is the future of gaming. You won't ever need to own a game ever again. You can just press the button on a YouTube caption and it's done. Okay. So have you got anything else to say, Marin? Follow the lane south to reach the beach where I found you. Since you washed ashore, I always read that asshole for some reason. I think it's because it's so similar. Since you washed asshole, lots of nasty monsters have been in the area, so be careful, okay? No, I won't! I choose not to be careful. Okay. Well, Link, you finally snapped out of it. Name's Marin. Shit. Name's Tarin. Hope you're feeling better. What? How did I get my name wrong? And how did I know your name? Well, I got your name wrong because I'm stupid. You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw your name on the back of this here shield. Yeah! Shield unlocked. Bleep bloop. 10G. Still haven't thought of a name for that achievement. Probably be... No, I can't think of one. I've got one for the power bracelet. But I'll probably just pop an achievement up there anyway when I'm editing it together for shits and giggles. Okay, so we're out in... Is it Mabe Village? I'm trying to remember. I think it's Maid Village. Yes, this is the place where you start off in Link's Awakening. And so far, it's not surreal. It's rather straightforward. And there's a cuckoo over there, and you can sort of press your shield, but nothing really happens. But yeah, shield. But as soon as you go one screen to the left, it stops being a believable Legend of Zelda game. Around about the time you bump into a chain chomp. Okay, chain chomps are Zelda material now apparently, and they don't hurt you either. So that's how badass Link is. A chain chomp will hurt Mario, but it won't hurt Link. So yeah, well, we have no need to go in there right now, and these bushes we can't destroy, so we can't actually go up there because there's bush in the way. So the only place we can really go now is down to the beach, where of course we've been told to go. So past the kids who don't know anything. No, really, they don't know anything. When you want to save, just push all the buttons at once. Don't ask me what that means, I'm just a kid. See? They just don't know anything. I think that's part of the joke. So, let's go down to the beach. You can push these enemies aside. Whoa! First blood. That's not called for. Now, without a sword, the only way to get past these is to push them with your shield. Yeah, now, this marks a first, a Legend of Zelda game, where you get your shield before your sword. Am I right in thinking that? Yeah, because I mean, you start with your sword and shield in Zelda 2. You get a sword straight. Do you get a shield in? Do you start with a shield in the original Legend of Zelda? I think. Do you? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up. I thought I was a mound of useless trivia, but in fact, I've forgotten that. So, no, I'm not. Oh, is that the ice cream van? Thank you, fuck off. Now the magical owl flies in. He's your familiar in this game. He's the animal that seems to know everything that's going on. Did I say animal? Birds are not animals, are they? Birds, no. Are they? Man, everything's a fucking animal. An insect's an animal, for fuck's sake. Ugh. So, Owl is going to tell us some useful game progressing tips. And I will try to put on my best owl accent. Hoot hoot! So you are the lad who owns the sword. That's not supposed to be... Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. Oh yes, it is said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. Why don't you listen to me? You should go north. I did not hit her. To the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there, Hoot. That was like Jamaican Tommy Wiseau. That's pretty bad. Right, sword. Now normally I'd speedrun this bit, but blabbing at you, I'm just wasting tons and tons of time. Okay, we have our sword. Our super magical smiting sword. Stabby, stabby, stab. And we need to collect rupees, and there's a reason for that, which you will see in a minute. But I need to have 10 rupees, preferably by the time I hit town. Because there isn't much opportunity to get rupees while you're in town. There's a few patches that drop them, but it doesn't seem to happen half as often for me. Maybe that's just because I'm unlucky. There is an easy way to get rupees around here, and that's from the monkey throwing coconuts. They almost always have a rupee in it. These coconuts actually count as enemies in the game's code, and killing enough of them grants you one of the 2 special power-ups that drop when you kill several enemies. Like what we picked up here, the Guardian Acorn, which will reduce the damage you take by half. Now, if you combine that with one of the DX tunics, one of the new additions in this version of the game, which automatically decreases the amount of damage you take, you can practically bumble your way through the future bosses, and just, they're not a problem. But on this playthrough, I'm going to do what I did on the 3DS, and I'm going to take the red tunic, because the red tunic just makes the bosses an absolute cakewalk. Completely. Okay, back to town, where we can now do a few things, including get a piece of heart container and a couple of other things. So these bushes, which always have hearts in them, always. That just spawned 2 hearts out of the same bush. I'm going to have to roll that back once I finish recording, because I think I just had some very strange phenomena. Okay, down in this well is our first chunk of heart. So, you've got a piece of heart. Press select on the sub-screen to see. Yes, one of the other features in this version of Link's Awakening is that there's an extra menu on the start menu with select that shows you what colour tunic you're wearing, the amount of heart pieces you have, and is it? Yeah, the photos for the DX version has a photo booth, which you'll see when I get there, because you're going to see the whole game anyway. I was just messing around with this for the possibility of doing it, but now I'm actually quite serious. I could probably play through this whole game over the next couple of days. Wouldn't bother me. Okay, so stab the wolf. Ha! Hold your shield out. You can't hit it. Oh yeah. Okay, this is the trendy game. Now this reminds me of all those crane games that I had to play with recently when I went to visit my brother and his girlfriend on holiday. I wasn't very good at the crane machines. I tried to win a Sonic the Hedgehog and a Knuckles the Echidna out of the machines, and I couldn't. And I was very upset. Why you put your star prize in the center where it's easy to get and not put it on the rotating bit is beyond me. And I've never seen what happens if you get a shield, because I don't think I've ever lost my shield in this game, and I don't think you can. So why does the shop offer you to buy a shield, and why can you win one here? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you can lose your shield, maybe I've just never had that happen. Now there's a couple of other things we can do here. There is a grass patch here that contains a secret seashell, and collecting, is it 22 of them or something, gives you the level 2 sword, which is just double damage sword. I think it shoots beams as well, but I can't remember, because I didn't get it when I was playing on 3DS, I was sort of rushing through. And again, that's what I'm going to do in this playthrough, is just rush through, just so you can see the whole game. Now, am I going to be a thief or not? I think I'll play it legitimately. I played through... Okay, let me explain. The shop in Link's Awakening has many items that are quite expensive. They are very much rip-off items. Got the shovel here, that's 200. Then you get the bow and arrow, that's 980 rupees. Which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And you sort of need the arrows to dispatch some of the harder enemies in the game. Like there's shy guys that mirror your movement, and you can just shoot them with arrows and kill them really easily. So the bow and arrow is useful, and so is the shovel. The shovel's quite useful. But they're expensive items, and the shopkeeper knows it. Look at him, he's just so smug. See something they like? Just bring it here. So he's like, it's like, what are you buying? At like 980 rupees a throw. I don't think so. So, no, I'm not going to steal anything now. But the way you steal items from the shop. Now this is quite cool, and again goes to show just how brilliantly crafted Link's Awakening is, and how much I love it as a game. The items in the shop, you can pick them up, and once they're in your hands you can sort of walk around the shopkeeper, and you see how he changes the direction he's looking in. Well, what you can do is you can get him to look in one direction and leave before he turns. And if you leave holding the item, well, you get the item. But then when you return, he stands there and he shoots a laser beam at you. I'm not kidding. Instant kill, game over. And also, as soon as you steal something from the shop, your game save data name, although the name on your save data does not change to Thief, everybody in the game refers to you as Thief in capital letters from then on, which is quite cool, but at the same time very annoying. So I'm not going to do it just out of the principle that it's annoying. We've got Marin here standing in front of the statue of the rooster. Here sleeps the flying rooster, and there's a very cool bug with the flying rooster later on that I will show you, because I will no doubt aim to finish the item trading tree as soon as possible so I can show you the boomerang, because there's a glitch with the boomerang and the flying rooster that results in making Link practically invincible, as well as being able to fly anywhere whilst practically invincible. The only problem is you can't go between screens with it, otherwise it would be the most useful thing ever. So yeah, Marin's standing in front of the flying rooster statue, and she likes to sing. Hi, Tarin went to the forest to look for toadstools, but I'd rather sing. Listen to this, it's called Ballad of the Windfish. So Marin's going to sing us a song, not concerned about the fact that her father has gone missing in the forest and has not been heard from since. And what more, he was going to pick mushrooms. Now, I imagine that if he's munched a few of those mushrooms in the forest, he's probably going to go crazy and think he's a raccoon or something. So it's probably the best bet to go check up on him in a minute. And it just so happens that with our sword we can cut the grass patch that's in the way. So yeah, Marin wants to sing Ballad of the Windfish, which is one of the most beautiful tunes in video game history, and I love it. And it just goes to show the melodic composition that only Kazumi Tataka can produce. And when he's not producing such amazing music, he is the official voice of Yoshi. So win-win with him. So Ballad of the Windfish, an absolutely beautiful piece of music. I'm sure I'll upload it on its own on YouTube at some point, because I could probably upload it to YouTube, but when it comes to Blip TV, it's a matter of copyright. So yeah, bye bye Marin, don't care about your song. Can't go in there yet because these boulders are, gasp, too heavy. So there's one more thing we can really do while we're here. Well, actually there's a few more things we can really do while we're here. Matthew, stop getting distracted. We are going to give our Yoshi doll, pictured here on the pause menu, there it is, to this woman here who's nursing a young baby. Oh, will you give that doll to my baby? How cruel am I feeling? Okay. Oh, thank you. You are indeed a generous person. Ah, I will give you this in return. You got a bow! You traded your Yoshi doll for bow. Maybe you can trade the ribbon. Oh, you're calling it ribbon? Fair enough. Ribbon for something else, so thus begins the trading fetch quest, which is tons of fun, and I keep meaning to go to the start menu instead of the map. Okay! We are going to go trade the ribbon for something now. This house here with the chain chomp in front of it has a little kennel. And in fact, the owner of this house, Madam Bow Wow, also owns a little mini Bow Wow in here. And this mini Bow Wow is absolutely obsessed with jewelry and all these really nice, beautiful things that all the stars on MTV have. So we're going to give her a ribbon. Makeup, jewels, dresses, I want them all. Sigh. And some new accessories would be nice. Oh, that ribbon! Need it. Will you trade your ribbon for my dog food? Now, as much as I would like to say no, we need to do this to get through the game, because half of the fetch quest is necessary, is mandatory, so we do have to give her the ribbon, unfortunately. Lucky, thanks! Well, here's your dog food! Tasty dog food! You exchange the ribbon for dog food. It's full of juicy beef. Yeah, but I've gone off beef. So, I'm not interested. But I know someone down near the shore who is. Now, we passed this house. Well, is it a house or is it more a shop? It's a shop that you can't buy anything. We passed this shop on the way to the coconut throwing monkey. And inside lives, I think, is a crocodile called Sails. I think his name is Sails. And it's this crazy house of bananas, so... What's that you have? It's canned food. For heaven's sake, man! Give that canned food to me! Please! He's hysterical! What do you do? I don't give it to him and I get my face mauled off. I think I will give him the dog food, just out of protection of my own ass. Yeah, so give. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Munch, 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 munch. Nom, 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 nom. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. Yum. So it's not a fair trade at all. We gave him dog food and got bananas. Bananas. This shit is bananas. In return. Good deal. So now we have bananas. We don't have to do anything for the fetch quest now. For a while. In fact, we're good until like Dungeon 3 now for the fetch quest. Which is excellent. Now we can go make our way to Dungeon 1. And at the end of Dungeon 1 is where I will end this episode. I don't know how long that's going to be. I don't care. I'm just messing about. It's fun. This is actually quite fun. I hope you're having fun too. If you're not, there are plenty more videos for you to watch on YouTube. Millions and millions of them. Okay. This is the mysterious forest. It's a little bit mysterious. Well, I would have thought so. It's called the Mysterious Forest. Duh!